So in our package you get this notion template document where I'll show you with respect to core Java what we are providing. So you see a core Java concept. If you just open this drop down, you will find in-depth object-oriented discussions along with crucial concepts, a code snippet that helps you understand these concepts in detail way, a complete around it, right? So this is first part of it where you get understanding of the core Java. The another important thing that you get is version specific features like Java 8, Java 9, Java 11. We are adding more versions to it, right? Then you get around collections. So there are you will see we have discussed each and every concept around the collection interfaces, lists, right? Their implementation, important methods. So those things are discussed and part of this document. You don't have to go anywhere, you just have to get this and start preparing. So this is collection around, right? Inside this there are documents links that we have added for few other steps also. This is just around the very core Java, correct? Now let me show you the another part of it where we have discussed few other things. So within this template only, you see few other things around the DSA that I'll come later on. You see these topics that we have covered, microservice architecture in detail. So you get core concepts in a very depth. So this is on our Notion template. We have PDFs as well where very specific highlighted notes are given, right? So this is in depth around the microservices, how you implement it, what are the features, kind of stuff, right? So this becomes around the microservices. Now for these interviews, whether it's the backend or front end, WebSocket, REST API, Git are some of the concepts that are very generic and they will be for sure asked. So we have covered those things also here. So this is around our Notion template that we are providing, right? I've talked around the Spring Boot concepts and the questions that are going to ask. So those things are sorted and absolutely covered in a very nice and neat and clean way so that you understand it. See, we have started from the very beginning of the application, right? Where the typical application starts discussing around the Spring application dot run. From here, your application starts, right? So we have designed in a way that it starts from a very basic and goes to a top level of the application. So you get complete understanding around the Spring Boot through this document. We have covered, I mean, I talked around the some of the design patterns for the interviews. So you see the singleton pattern, what is purpose, use cases, what is implementation, right? Factory pattern, few other things, all other patterns that I've discussed, and um, some bonus that are must you should know, right? So those things are covered into this document. Now let me show other part of it. So HLD LLD के concepts, right? You get system design questions very easily. For sure they are asked into the interviews if you're moving to second third rounds, right? Design parking lot system. Now how to explain these problems along with the functional requirements, what are the non-functional requirements that you should consider while explaining these problems. Then what will be the high level design for it, architecture diagram for it, database schema, how you are going to prepare, right? So those complete guidance is provided in this video. So this is around HLD LLD, and a lot of HLD LLD problems are given in similar way so that you understand it, right? Now company specific useful database concept that I just talked around, right? So these are the concepts that are really important for databases that we have covered here, and that makes you ready for interviews because you never know whether you are experienced or fresher. These questions can be asked to anyone. So those things are covered here in this video. Right now you see company specific interview questions that we have covered. So you get a lot of companies specific interviews, right? Morgan Stanley, Global Logic, Hexaware, Entity, EY, Barclays, Publish Sapient, IBM, Virtusa, right? A lot more. I mean, you name it, and you will get almost all the important companies, right? So all things are discussed here. I'll just open one of them, maybe Morgan Stanley, right? And you see. how the questions those were recently asked we have covered in a very detailed way, right? So this is how we are designing these documents. So this was around company specific. Now additional resources, you get Java handwritten notes, Hibernate questions, must ask, no coding questions, right? So these are PDFs that we talked about. I'll show you some of those PDFs, right? Then for front end interviews, okay. So before going to this module, I'll show you what is roadmap for your front end as well. So let us just extend our discussions, right, and move into this front end, this full stack extension, right? What things you will need to understand. For sure, you need JavaScript mastery, right? DOM manipulation, async await, or ES6 features that is really important for JavaScript. So you should have a complete understanding around JavaScript. Then connection to React front end or the Angular. Here we have covered the React, frankly saying, right? So apart from these, there are concepts around the cloud technologies, AWS services like EC2 or S3, right? We are adding documents for those also. Very comprehensive document that will cover around everything. Then comes the project and other steps for you to prepare for these interviews. Beginner level project, intermediate level project, advanced level projects are discussed. We are adding more project guidance into these documents, right? Now essential tools for it, for sure, git versioning, GitHub, okay, understanding Maven build tools or the Docker, AWS cloud basic services that I just talked around, right? System design, mock interviews, Java specific concepts, lead code, algorithmic practice. So I'll show you what we have to offer for the lead codes, right? You cannot prepare everything, so I'll just show you how we have categorized this. So I was talking about most important DSA and concepts, right? So this covers actually several patterns uh, with the specific problems to build your expertise into the DSA as well, right? You see these patterns, right? These patterns are listed problems for it. So this helps you to crack your DSA fear as well, right? Most of the student has this DSA fear, but having specific resources without any fluctuation, you will be easily able to crack it. Okay, so apart from this, now let us move to our document section that we are providing. So I am into my the package that we are providing you. I'll not discuss the everything here. Few things you get: complete get document, hibernate questions, right? HR details, some of the HR details will be mentioned, to whom you can contact, right, for the interviews or for the jobs that they are posting. Now this another document, Java question that eliminates 99% of candidates. So this is discussed, and these are cover some of the crucial topics for the interviews, right? um, I mean, I have discussed around this document, I will not discuss much, but this is how we have covered everything into this, right? So you get a complete picture how the questions are uh, framed in the interviews, and they are making it very tricky. So this documents helps you to understand that as well. You get Java project structure document I just talked about, right? You must understand how the Java backend of full stack projects are structured, what are different folder structures, for what purpose they are used, right? So this document covers that in a very depth and nice way. You can see each and everything is discussed through this document. I have already prepared a separate notes around these, so will not discuss in depth, but yes, just wanted to remind what things we have to offer. I talked around JS notes, right? So this is JS documentation that we are providing. It covers everything that you need for your interviews. 34 pages, and each and every, starting from beginning to advanced level concepts, everything you get through this document, right? So this is where your JS is sorted completely. I was talking about Kafka that we are providing. You see a Kafka preparation notes as well, 13 pages, in-depth concepts, how it works, what are some of the interview questions that are being asked. So you get complete picture around the Kafka as well. Microservices real interview questions, right? This is another important notes PDF that we are providing. You get complete around the microservices. This is different than we are providing in the Notion template, right? So both things are different, and if you're covering both, that makes you solid grasp on this microservices architecture or the understanding of microservices, right? So this is another document of 24 pages around microservices that we have added into this package. So this is another quick SQL questions, right, that I was talking about. Some of the questions are categorized into the easy level, and these are very practical, right? How you write the queries. So I showed you in the Notion template we have covered the DB concepts, right? And here we have covered some of the questions in a very detailed way, how you write the queries for it and what are the tricky scenarios. So easy, medium, and hard level it is categorized, and this is around 11 pages, right? uh, has a lot of questions that helps you prepare in a very depth way actually. So you see around, I think, 52 problems in this package. Those are very logical. You get a React.js top 100 questions, right? So that covers your front end interviews as well for Java full stack. A complete what can be the questions that can be asked for the interviews. So this is covered here. Again, another thing that you get is a REST API document I was talking about. This is really important for Java backend or full stack. So we have discussed the core concepts of REST API and its implementation, right? This is what we are providing in this document as well. Another important is around the microservices and design patterns handbook that helps you get complete understanding around the system design as well, some of the core concepts that are used behind the scenes. So we have discussed here in detail, in depth way, along with diagrams and other relevant informations, right? So these are complete things that are providing, and you don't have to uh, spend a much to understanding and gaining expertise for your interviews. Believe me, this is one single document that can help you to crack big Java development or big Java developer jobs. This is all in one package, and I put my all the experience as a software developer, as a teacher, mentor into these packages that helps you crack your interviews. A lot of students have already taken these courses, and feedback is really very positive. I recommend to try it at least once and be ready for your interviews. All the best for your preparation. If you have any queries, you can email me. You can always find my email in these documents in the comment sections, right? And you can email me with your specific queries. I'll always be open to discuss around the package, around other scenarios whenever I get the time. So all the best.